Hello, hello, I'm back. Streaming the Dark Souls. Gonna fight Gwyn some more. I'm so excited for this. Can you tell? I didn't want to have a stream of me just fighting Gwyn, but that's what's gonna happen here. It might be a bit of a shorter stream as a result. Got some plans for the night, as you may or may not as well. Let me post these things. Let me not forget to transition the screen this time, since that is a bad habit of mine. There we go. 265 deaths. And too many deaths on Gwyn himself, unfortunately. It is what it is. I got that Skyrim music playing. I just searched up snowy video game music, and that was one of them that appeared. I thought about listening to the Gwyn theme itself, starting up the stream with that. But I have a feeling I'm going to be listening to that theme a little too much today, as is, so even if it is the first 10 seconds of it over and over. I am going to fully admit that in my annoyance, in my full tilt yesterday, I did Google how the hell the parry strat works in this game. It turns out it's real damn easy if you just parry this guy. Crazy. That said, I don't know how to parry him. Well, I do. I have a better idea, but it's not going to be that easy. I might go for the initial parry and get myself killed as a result a little bit there. But I'm probably not going to go for the cheese unless I get real desperate. So, at me in about an hour or two. And we'll see how I feel about that. I have a feeling I won't be able to execute perfectly on that in the first place anyway, so neither here nor there. I'm gonna try to fight the fight normally, and if I can sneak a parry in there, that'd be pretty sick. But I'm fully prepared to die today, which is more than I could say yesterday. I kind of was going into the fight yesterday assuming that I could clean up the game, and that is not how that went down, as you may recall. Unfortunately, quite the run back here to the boss arena. Not too thrilled with that, but it is what it is. Ow. That's bad. That's bad because I'm going to heal upon getting in here now, which means I'm going to be like a little offset for the timing maybe. I'm going to try to parry him. That was way too early. Which again means that now I need to heal. Nope, I just die instead. See, this is why I'm unsure about going for the parry strat at all, because it involves you parrying that first hit. So, if I can't even parry the first hit, then I'm not going to be able to set up anything else. So we run it back. We run it back. Hope y'all are doing well. Hope you have been having happy holidays. Happy Honda days. I've been doing pretty well. I've been happy to have time off. Not too excited to go back. Theoretically, I go back to work on Friday. Theoretically, because, you know, we'll see how I feel on Friday morning. I sort of feel like I should go in on Friday just to get the bills paid, you know? This Christmas month is definitely a dent on the paycheck. On the bank account, we'll say. And then I'll decide if I want to work Monday or not. That's kind of the trade-off. If I'm not going to work Friday, I'll probably work the Monday. That's neither here nor there. I shouldn't be thinking about such nonsense. Such as, my place of work, my method of earning a living. The only thing I should be thinking about is how to parry this guy. And even that seems like too much to be thinking about. I'm gonna try again. Until I get sick of this, I guess. Oh my god. Alright, look, I'm gonna demonstrate the strat. Apparently you just chug, and then you spam. Oh, that didn't work at all. That didn't work at all. Okay, so the other part of the strat is you might have to go behind him. I probably shouldn't have done a double roll there. But it's fine, actually. Okay, let's just do the fight like normal. Dude, that attack is so fast. I don't know how you're supposed to react to that. I think the key is you're not supposed to react to that one. Ugh. Hit the ad break button because there's one going to be coming anyway, and if you're going to watch an ad, it might as well be during the run back, although the activity feed just broke. This Stream Elements OBS is a neat program for some things, especially for multi-streaming, but the amount that this activity feed breaks kind of like disappoints me. Why can't things just work? I am pretty pleased that I actually got the parry off. It is going to take like 5 parries if I do the parry strat. Yeah, apparently the ad is just not going to work. So that's cool. Good job, Stream Elements. You did it. Alas. Okay, continue the run back. What did we learn last fight? Are we going to be learning anything in any of these fights? That's the question. I learned that one attack is basically unreactable. Maybe I'm just an old man now. I mean, that's maybe less of a maybe and more of a certainty, but it would be nice to actually deal with that very quick slash that he's got. And I think the answer is you just don't be in his face. We kind of had this strat develop in the last few boss fights of us fighting men. I'm gonna call Manus a man. It's in his name after all. He is a father of the abyss. Way too early again. The problem is he's got 2 different jumps. That feels bad, man. That feels really bad. Maybe... Hear me out. Even if I miss the first parry, maybe I try going for a second parry. Because especially if he's doing that slower attack, I might be able to react to it. But as I kind of mentioned yesterday, if you play this whole game without going for any parries, that means that you don't have practice. And you need some sort of like baseline understanding of how the parry timing works in this game. And I don't. If you asked me 10 years ago, I probably would have been able to suss out a parry timing. Ooh, I almost died right there. But it's not 10 years ago. As mentioned a few times, I used to do a lot of PvP in this game. And I used to bait out people into getting parried because they're bad. Because people like to spam R1. I am one of those people. Ah, no. That's actually not true. I like to spam R2. And with this weapon in particular, the R2 cannot be parried because it's a jump attack. Small little tech like that. I definitely jumped attacked a lot in PvP in Dark Souls. But normally I'm using a katana or the Black Knight glaive. Because I was a rude boy like that. Alright. Run back complete. And try again. Pling pling plong. Okay, I got the partial. I don't know if I actually got the partial parry. There is such thing as a partial parry in this game. Or in these games. But I don't remember the nuances of them. But he didn't hit me is what I'm trying to say there. I don't know how he didn't hit me. I should have been dead a long time ago. Can't help but notice the ad break started right in the middle of that fight, which is cool. Again, I'm gonna just see if I can get this damn dock working. No, it's just broken now. That's sick. Good job. Good job, Stream Elements. It's cool. I didn't want to see the activity feed anyway. That's not like it's a pretty important thing about being a streamer is watching the feed. I mean, it doesn't have to be, I guess. I guess I'm gonna open up my Twitch activity feed instead. Just in case. Alright. I'm back at it. Gonna try to keep morale high for as long as possible because there was definitely a lack of it towards the end of the stream yesterday. It was a bad time, but I think I set my expectations too high. And not because people were implying that I'd get it in the first win. Like, I myself was overconfident before anyone said anything. Because the two... I'm trying to think if there's more. There's definitely like two joke bosses in this game. One of them being Pinwheel, and the other one being Gwyn. And I refer to them as joke bosses because people are usually way over leveled by the time they fight these bosses. So therefore the bosses are very easy by the time you get to them in a normal playthrough. That was a weird dodge, but it worked. But I am not over leveled. I am level 1. I am but a baby boy wearing a mask of the mother. So I can barely survive one hit, let alone a combo. As evidenced by me almost dying to these guys repeatedly. Run it back. Pling pling plong. Okay, just do that. I'm gonna try the timing for this silly strat. You go behind him, you chug. You spam L2. Okay, it doesn't work. They're lying to me. Rip. Alright, alright. I think the methodology here is I'm gonna keep trying to go for this timing, the parry timing upon battle start. And then if I can get that just working, it'll go a long way to reducing the number of neutral exchanges I have to do with this guy. Again, I don't think there's a phase 2, and I don't think he's one of those bosses that like gets weaker, but he might. I don't know, it's like I said, it's been like 10 years since I played this, so... I don't understand why they made it look so easy in that video I was watching, but I guess there was probably a number of attempts off camera that they did not show off. But to repeat their methodology was literally just parry the first attack, go behind the nerd, chug up with your orange juice even if you're at full HP, parry him again, and then rinse and repeat. They made it seem like it was like foolproof. Alas, I am the fool. And I have proved that. Repeatedly. Incessantly. Okay, that man died. I guess I did touch the bloodstain. I don't know what I was expecting. It's just pretty rude that he's got this, like, insta-kill combo that, is also, like, almost unreactable. But maybe I'm just being, a sore loser about it. Maybe I should just get good. Have you heard of this? Pling pling plong. Just get good, scrub. Hello, pup. Thank you. I need the luck. I tried to buffer out another parry. I would love to figure out this cheese strat. No, I do not got the parry down, but I have it better than yesterday, that's for sure. I've got like maybe a 50% success rate now. Seeing someone do it definitely went a long way. 50% is a lot better than what it was yesterday. That's probably a little too high as is, as well. But yeah, I don't really want to do the parry cheese strat, but I want to see if I can do it. Does that make sense? So we gotta, you know, either way, it's gonna be a bit of a long fight. I just don't understand why they made it look so easy. And I can't even replicate the first second parry? What am I saying here? The first chug parry, you know? Anyway. I do think it would be nice if I could just pull out the parry in the middle of the fight. That would be neat. It would feel good. You got the big ol' ham in the oven, now you're waiting to prep other stuff. Nice. Yeah, I'll just be having some frozen food for dinner. I did not want to think too hard about dinner today. But I did order some groceries to do some fancier dinners on the weekend. Got some salmon and chicken breast, among other things. You wanted Chinese, but your mom ended up getting the ham. Yeah, I haven't done Chinese in a little bit. Oh my god, crazy rolls. Yeah. Oh, that was the partial parry. I took half damage and he ate up my stam. I wanted to go for the grab. Dude, that attack is so fast. Whoa! Goddamn lingering hitboxes, man! Ugh. He stabbed and then I got hit after the roll. That's crazy. Why does he have a chunky hitbox? Who allowed this? Chinese place does $8 lunch special with drink, pretty good. Yeah, sounds pretty good. I remember back in high school, there was a Chinese place across the street from my from the school, and you could do a $5 lunch special, which was often too much to eat during lunch, and it came with a drink. Those days are long gone. It's probably like a $12.99 lunch special now. Yeah, I could go for some Chinese. The 2020 menu says it's like $6 back then. Yeah. I will not be getting Chinese. On a day where I get groceries or I order groceries, I will never order food at the same day. That is a feels bad moment on the bank account. And I've already lamented that December is usually bad on the bank account. Damn nerd. Get out of here. See, like, it sucks because doing the fight normally, I don't feel like I'm not making much progress. Doing it the fight the cheesy parry way, also not making a whole lot of progress. I mean, I am getting a parry, I guess, so I should be kind of happy with that. We love a run back. Maybe not. I miss the Abyss. I was posting another Discord my run stats of the DLC bosses in response to a meme that I saw. And it's kind of crazy that Artorias was the highest death count of all my bosses in the DLC. And I'm pretty sure Gwyn is going to surpass that at this point, if he hasn't already. I think he has, maybe. Because I was saying he's not going to go 250, and that was 23 deaths. You'll be back later, alright. Good luck, have fun in the kitchen. Yeah, I put together what you were saying. The BBLs. Real quick, Brazilian butt lift. Yep. Just fly down real quick. Enjoy the sun for a moment. Praise it. If only I could be so grossly incandescent. Okay. That's not okay, actually. Dude. So, the fast swing is annoying because obviously it's just so fast it's unreactable. The slow swing is annoying because it's got such an arc that if you dodge left or right or backwards, it's gonna catch you unless you shake up the timing. Like, you can't just spam the circle button while you're on the ground. Which is something I like to do when I'm on the ground. I like to do a kip up. I guess that also precludes me from dodging into him as well. Again, it's like every other boss where you gotta find the nuances for each of these attacks. He doesn't even have too many attacks, but they're so fast and they're so deadly that it's like really tough to even figure out how to deal with any of it. I think Gwyn heard everyone talking smack, and he decided to show up. He decided to lift some weights, get some gains, and prove that he is the real final boss. Again, it is crazy that I'm gonna have more deaths versus this guy than any singular boss in the DLC, or all the bosses in the DLC if this rate continues, which is, oof. That's a sad statement to say. It's okay, I'll just win right now. What do you mean you don't believe in me? What do you mean I only hit him 4 times in my best run ever? Pling pling plong. I just can't tell, like, what I'm missing with the timing on this. Okay, that's what I was missing. Yeah. Yep. Oh, that's huge. Okay, well, that's a new PB. Again, I could really try for the whole parry strat, and again, if it comes down to it, I will do so. But for now, I'm gonna just go for at least the first parry, maybe a second parry, you know? And by maybe, I mean, if the second parry works, then it works. Rather than going for the 5 in a row required to win the fight. My patience hasn't grown that thin just yet. Although if I knew this strat yesterday off by heart, I might have attempted it by the end of the stream, because yesterday I was feeling kind of bad. Which, I think it was just because I had the highs of killing Manus rather quickly. to going to Gwyn and dying repeatedly. I guess dying to these Black Knights also did not help the morale. If I died to any of the other Black Knights in this area, it would have made more sense. But because I kept dying to the very last Black Knight, it was definitely a little soul crushing. Because I'm a dummy. But it's okay. We are making progress today, which is way better than I could say yesterday. I don't think there was any moment where I could say I was making progress yesterday. Like 4 hits is not enough to do anything. I tried to go for the parry, but he went for the quick slash, so it's like, what do you even do? Okay. I need to internalize that's a 3-hit combo. That's a 4-hit combo. These are small details that I'm not even able to suss out because I'm dying so fast. I tried to go for a cheeky R1 in there to see if I could stagger him after the R2, and it did not work out like that. That said, it does seem like he has rather tall hitboxes, as in he's like aiming for your head. And if I do the R2, his attack went over my head. I believe that's how that went down. So that's a nice piece of info that I will not be able to rely on, but we'll keep in mind, I guess. Sucks that I missed that first parry again. It really puts you in a bad spot to do so. But it is kind of a decent risk reward, I guess. And again, I definitely do not have the strat down. But it does make sense. A little more sense to me. Maybe. I'm also not convinced it is like a full guaranteed strat. I don't think it is at all. I think there's a chance he might do an attack that is not so parryable. But going behind him seems to encourage the slower attack. So maybe it is. I don't know. But going behind him also introduces some variability, so... Pling pling plong. Okay, that was like a partial parry as well, but I actually got away with it. I haven't got hit by that attack at all because I've never survived long enough to see the 3-hit of that combo, which is funny. That's bad. Damn. We're getting real close. We're getting real close. That is a new PB. I think this is going down today. I feel pretty good about it. That was such a PB that I think if I went for a 3rd parry in a row, the fight would have been over. Again, as I get more and more desperate, I'll introduce more parries at the onset there. But that was a good morale boost. he does a mini stagger rather quickly. It's only 2 hits and doesn't even have to be an R2. So that's pretty nice. I feel like I'm getting a little better as to when I can get away with a heal. It's still definitely not guaranteed. Definitely, I feel like I got a little lucky getting away with the heal that I did there. And I'm feeling a bit better about the strat, you know? The cheese strat, if you will. And my parry timings in general, because even if I can get away with a partial parry, that's still okay, maybe? Maybe? I don't know, because he also eats away at your stam if you miss the parry, so... Or miss the real parry timing, I guess. I didn't chug. That's a problem. Dude. I'm also not convinced as to when these are guaranteed hits or not. Like, that felt a little guaranteed, but I probably could have got away with a roll there because that was an onset of a new combo. Obviously, I messed up the parry cheese by not chugging. I don't know why, but I did not chug there. But because he does have these attacks that explicitly are there to catch your rolls, I am not buffering my rolls as much as I probably should be. I don't know, it's tough. It's really tough to find the balance there. Because spamming roll will help versus, like that, theoretically, I could have survived if I spammed roll there. But then if he does the big swipe instead, then that gets me killed. So... And either way, the animations are so fast that I basically have to take the 50-50. It feels like a fighting game mix-up, which is crazy. Hollow ahead. It's a fun message. He do be hollow. I'm quite hollow at this point. I could be hollower, I suppose. Pling pling plong. This time let's do the strat. I'm feeling much better about that timing, which is nice. And feeling better about that timing. Also nice. Okay. Too greedy on the timing of the attacks there. Unfortunately, I had no stam. Even with my grass crest ring, it was not enough. Apparently, the Chloranthy ring actually does stack with the grass crest shield. Which makes me wonder if I should swap off the flippy ring for another ring, because I'm not really using the flippy ring that well in this fight. Because again, the big thing about the ring is the distance you get on your roll. Actually, that's not true. It is more invulnerability frames as well, so I'm probably relying a little too much on the invulnerability frames. Having played the whole game, basically, with this ring on. This ring was one of the first things I got in the playthrough. after the mask, of course. So I am very much relying on it as a bit of a crutch. Again, I've said this before, but if I ever do this again, I will definitely ban the ring and maybe even the masks. But I don't see myself doing this for quite a while, especially after this this Gwyn fight here. I will look forward to not playing this game for a while. I'm so looking forward to not playing this game that I'm maybe even looking forward to playing Dark Souls 2, which is a crazy statement that no one has ever said. Uh-oh. Okay, at least it's not a guaranteed kill. That was too early. I had the right idea. Oh. The problem is, again, I was shooting for the 50-50. If he did the quick attack there was a strong chance I parried it, I feel like. But he went for the slow attack instead, which leads to a full combo. That third swing is delayed enough to catch a roll. This guy is, like, low-key way tougher than I remembered. Of course, if I come here at level 100 plus, I feel like this guy dies in 10 attempts. All I do is hold L1 with a Black Knight shield and win. But I don't have that as an option. Again, theoretically, if I get real upset at these attempts, I could upgrade the Dragon Crest shield. Because I'm not using my Tight Knight anyway. I was curious and I looked up a New Game Plus checklist. Things to do before you ascend to New Game Plus in this game. And there's a lot of things to do. I won't be doing any of it. Man, 2 knights died today. That means this is the run, right? But yeah, there's a few things. One thing that I didn't do is kill the basic sorcerer NPC. I think his name is Griggs. Apparently he's in the depths. Or no, he's in Blight Town. No, he's in... Where is he? He's in Sen's Fortress. That's the thing. I should have healed there, maybe. Bad attempt all around. I did learn right there some new intel, even if it was a very bad attempt. When I one-hand the weapon and I R1 him twice, it does not stun him. So, that is some information I will take forward. Sorry, I'm walking to the right there. I'm trying to sip my coffee. I think there was a period which I could have got away with a heal there, but you have to be very quick on making that judgment. And I kind of delayed that decision in lieu of trying to make more distance between us. And that was a mistake. The distance doesn't really matter in this fight because he can close the distance so quickly. Although I'm about to say a contradictory statement, the distance does matter because if you can make him do those attacks, theoretically you could punish him with more parries. If you know, you had the skill to do so. Let's not imply that I do. I don't actually remember if this is one of the easier games to get parries off. I feel like it's not, but it probably is. Particularly if you're using the Aestus. Or a parry shield. But I don't actually remember. I used to know this information, like the frame data on parries. Those days are gone. Not quite sure what happened there, if he gets some super armor on his attacks, or if I just let the stagger bar tick down far enough that the second R2 wasn't gonna give him the stagger I was looking for. This is very much like a fight of momentum. If you ever lose your momentum, it's so hard to gain it back. And again, that's probably another reason why people think this is one of the easiest fights in the game. Is because if you can keep your momentum, he just crumbles. But it's really hard to do so at level 1 with very little stam, no armor, no defense. I guess those are redundant statements. Oh my god, another Vagrant. This is the third Vagrant I've seen this playthrough. And people say this game is dead. Do they say that? Probably not. I'm surprised the Vagrant actually survived the hit there. That was crazy. That's bad. Again, the Vagrant's probably not going to drop anything too good. It did just die. It probably fell, which means it didn't... I don't get it's a chance at its loot anyway. I'm pretty sure the most common thing a Vagrant drops is humanity. See, that was a partial parry, parentheses, negative. I was spamming the circle button there. I still don't fully understand. I don't understand. No, obviously, I don't fully understand when I can get away with a dodge out of a combo or not. Also, seeing that loading screen there reminds me that I am missing an Ember. It is the one behind all the Taurus demons and whatnot in the Demon Ruins. But at this point, I don't really want to stop my quote-unquote momentum by warping around. I want this over with. You know, just like that. What up, Sort of Ace? Hope you're well. This time I remember to transition the screen. I'm dying to the final boss. Repeatedly. The boss that everyone says is a joke. I have now died more to him than I have to any of the DLC bosses. Which is pretty cool. Again, the DLC bosses are considered the hardest bosses in the game, and here I am dying to this Joker. You're kind of using a joke of a weapon. Nah, this is a good weapon. He's weak to fire, is fire enchanted. The joke is my build. Being level 1 means I don't really get any benefits out of using it. That's the thing with Dark Souls, is basically 90% of the weapons in this game are actually viable. Unless you're playing Dark Souls 2 and using the ladle. I guess the other joke weapon in this game is the broken straight sword. But even that has like some decent animations, it just has no range. But if you were going for like a strength build, you'd want a bigger club. There are larger clubs that could be using. This weapon's really good versus some particular bosses because it actually inflicts bleed damage as well. Which is why I have 2 of them fully upgraded. Okay, missed the parry. Ah, shit, I did the thing. I'm not two-handing. Because I was going for the parry. Yep. Yep. Dying to this old man repeatedly. This tired old man. I hate that he did the quick swing there. Fuck. Okay. Quick swing can also be a 3-hit combo. It seems like every attack that he has can extend into a 3-hit combo. Again, I will mention that I'm dying so fast that I'm still not sussing out what is a combo and what is not. It sucks that I missed the parry there. And again, it sucks that I'm not reacting fast enough by two-handing the weapon. I need to two-hand the weapon no matter what if I'm going to go on the offensive. Because it changes the pace of the fight so much by making him stagger. I can probably get a stagger if I'm one-handing the weapon, but it's after 3 hits. And I'd really prefer to get the stagger after 2. But yeah, there's a few other things I could be doing, but none of it is important. So it's just like, whatever. Again, I could kill the sorcerer nerd who's gone hollow. There's another coal for the blacksmith if I really want to go get that, but none of that really pertains to anything important. I mean, most of this playthrough is me going for items that are not important in the first place. But I am done with doing that, that's for sure. I want to finish this so I can play something else, such as Dark Souls 2 or Metroid Prime 2. That's a bad parry attempt. I wanted to do the jump attacks, but he really doesn't want to do it except for the intro. Am I emulating Metroid? No, I'm playing it on the Wii U. I have the Wii U version of the trilogy. How did he catch me there? At least it didn't do damage, I guess. I feel like he just read my input there. Because he was doing nothing, and then I went for the R1. And then he was like, oh, actually, no, I'm attacking now. So, what I'm learning is... there is no, like, in PvP in this game, if you get an R1, or even an R2, as evidenced by the one time I had an invader in Anor Londo, if you hit an R2 attack, you can always follow up with an R1. That is not true on this boss, which is crazy. Because he straight up has a swing that's faster than my animation. Like, it is a bit of a slower animation. There's a wind back at the start. And if I miss, obviously, I do like a little stagger step, which is ass. You got one shot in Ark for the first time the other day, yesterday. That does seem like a game where the guns are mostly shit, so Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen anyone get like quote unquote one shot with a gun. I watch a streamer named HC Justin, and he's been playing quite a bit, and he's been doing like bullshit rat strats where like one time they killed the queen and then he placed a big mine underneath the queen, so everyone was looting the queen, and then they just all blew up as he ran away cackling. And I guess his most recent clip compilation involves people dying in an elevator shaft that he rigged to explode as well. Those are most of the one shots I've seen, is whatever the explosions. Yeah, fuck that guy. That's the point of the game, brother. No, for real. That's really funny. Hey, guess what? Humanity has dark and light, so the darkness has to shine too. I two-handed my weapon. That was bad. I messed up the strat. Yes, you're getting the point. That is how the game works. It is a showcase of humanity, the best and the worst parts of it. It's true. At least I got the first parry off that time. I need to tighten up my reaction. I instinctively wanted to two-hand the weapon, and that was not the play. Oh man, you are real salty over something that does not matter. Why you have to be mad? It's only a game. Are you going to be one of those people who are like, I need to have the PvP servers as an option so I can only PvE? I don't want to get invaded in my Dark Souls video game. The game is hard enough. I hope I'm tilting you. Yeah, you really are, brother. That's the game, though. You're playing one of the most time investment types of games. You can't complain about you not having time. It's an extraction shooter. It is, though. It's an extraction shooter. The point, like, the reason why the highs of that game are so good is because the lows are, like, bottomless pits. It's part of the genre. And you're playing one of the more casual ones. I'm not gonna be able to heal right now. I want to. Hello, Vencia. Unfortunately, it is my ass being gotten right now. I don't know if you can tell. Fuck! Okay, I got away with the heal for once. Nope. Beautiful. Too greedy. Yes, thank you, Vencia. You as well. Happy New Year. I guess it is that time around your place of the earth. That's what they call that, right? Your location. It's 10 p.m. You're going Betty buys because you're old. I am theoretically staying up with some friends, so we'll see how that goes. Brother, you're getting mad about a PvP video game. You're getting mad about players fighting other players in the PvP video game. We are the same age, yes. I'm gonna say it again. You're basically saying, I don't want to play Dark Souls and get invaded. Like, yeah, no one wants that. That's part of the game, though. That's also part of, you know, the hype cycle. People play the game a lot at launch, and then turns out it's for sickos. And you might not be that type of sicko. Getting mad at being invaded is like losing chess to a dog. I will concede that there's a bit of a time difference, because in an extraction shooter, yes, you're losing your previous progress, theoretically, but it's just part of the game. If you don't like that aspect of the game, you don't like extraction shooters. That's what I'm getting at. Oh my god. I need to lock the heck back in. Missing the first parry is a bad time. Lock in, my liege. I'm trying. Yesterday, I was so much worse because I killed Manus in like 22 attempts or something like that. And then I came here and just died repeatedly. It was a bad time. When are we playing Dota? Do not tempt me. I want to play the Guitar Hero. It was fun, even despite the sadness that ended up overtaking the stream at the end. But that's Dota for you, isn't it, baby? So yeah, I really enjoyed seeing them do that. I can't believe Apollo didn't make an alt account for that. That dude was divine ranked at some point, so he was asking for them to get stomped repeatedly. There was no reason for him to be on his main account. That's what tilted me the most. And he played Zeus mid. Like, what are you gonna do, Zeus mid, bro? You're gonna press R? No one on the team is gonna have the wherewithal to get a near kill like that for you to press R. I understand he's kind of a low execution hero, but Zeus mid was not the play, in my opinion. It was really fun watching Northernlion get really hyped on and like any singular deny. It was really funny. Oh, partial parry. The wards were also very silly. And then him walking by like the Lotus Pool and the Shrine of Wisdom and stuff like that, I was losing my mind. Parentheses positive. That lingering hitbox is so annoying. I did get the stagger in, but unfortunately he got his attack out as well. Yeah, unfortunately I still boot it up from time to time. Actually, it's only this past year that I have, because I watched the International and I did my pick'ems for the year for choosing which teams would rank where, at the advice of a channel that I was started watching called Dota 2 PowerPoints. If you're looking for some Dota content, that's a good YouTube channel. Anyway, so I won the pick'ems enough that I actually got the Arcana skin that you can choose, and I chose Rubik. So I've been playing some Rubik. I'm not looking for a dealer. I can shoot Dota on my own. That's a good statement. I did realize, like, watching these Dota videos, I'm like, this is a mistake. And then I started watching Jenkins do Herald reviews, and oh my god. Watching Herald's play, it was like watching Northern Lion play, basically. He finds, like, the lowest ranked matches possible, and just seeing some of the thought processes on these people make me feel like a damn god. So that's why we should not be playing Dota. I still can't believe they did it. I know they were threatening it for a while. I will always remember playing Dota with Northern Lion, Kate, Apollo, and Cam. You remember Cam? Even though I was drunk that night at my cousin's house, I was doing like a LAN party and we were like in between games, and then I got an invite from Josh to play in the stack after Josh left. I was like, what the hell is this? So I couldn't say no to that, right? So how dare you jump over the pillar? He did it again! I don't know why I didn't expect him not to do it again. Am I two-handing? No, I'm not. Okay, maybe I can actually get an attack off at some point in this fight. What's he doing? I can't believe how slow I have to play this fight. This boss is supposed to be a joke. I'm the Joker here. Do the grab attack, you jerk. I guess I'm definitely not in range for him to want to do it. There it is. Oh! Last time I played was with a friend who was in potato bracket. Afterwards, it sounded like I was a veteran reliving wars. That's definitely a way to put it. Yeah, I think I could, if I put my mind to it, grind out Dota and achieve a decent rank. But that's also not something I should do. Hello, Riley. Thank you for the follow. Hope you're doing well. I'm watching. Channel your inner shadow friend. I'm assuming you meant Shadow Fiend. That's a hero that I'm bad at, that's for sure. You got 4K when MMR was a thing. My favorite, like, I think I can play a decent position 4 or 3. I prefer 3 generally, but 4.3. Yeah, I never actually committed to a grind. And I definitely should not. I should be spending my time doing wiser things, theoretically. Such as dying to this boss repeatedly. It is not going 300. If it goes 300, I'm gonna be a sad boy. Alright, run it back. You love doing offline, but when we played offlane, but when we played, everyone's putting you one. Yeah. Yeah. One is too much pressure. Even 2 is too much pressure. Oh, no parry. Bad heal. I maybe could have got away with it if I tried a little earlier when I noticed he was doing the sidestep. Fuck. Wow, you're based. Oh, thank you. Thank you for noticing. You're pretty based too. Oh my god. I need to... Maybe it's getting to the point where I'm just going to try for the parry strat, because I need to finish this damn game. What the hell emote is that? I'm curious. Parry him. Varg Floss. Okay, okay, okay. Just parry him, forehead. I'm trying. I'm trying. It's okay. This is the run for sure. Holy. Wait, the notification didn't pop up. There it is. Thank you, Riley. I told you, you're pretty based. Based on what? I don't know. Big ups. Very much appreciated. Happy holidays and New Year. Maybe with the power of the Prime, I will be able to parry. Based on a dream. Based on a true story. Happened to a friend of mine. Have I mentioned I'm sick of this run back yet? I don't think I mentioned it this stream, but I'm sick of this run back. Yearning for the abyss. Please take me. Alright. We're gonna get the parry this time. Through the power of Prime. I'm trying to link the flame happened to my good friend Merc. No parry. God damn it. It's also because he has 2 different jump attacks, so it's like... It's a little different. Okay, perfect time to heal. Now we can fight, theoretically. I was waiting for the grab and he pulled out the quick swipe. Like, come on, bro. Stop. Get some help. Get my stand back. Keep thinking he's gonna do the grab. Why am I thinking that? That's bad. Okay, free heal. Dude, why does that have a lingering hitbox? Fuck. Don't greed! Ah! I can't help but greed. The sin overtakes me. The attempts are getting better even if it doesn't look like it. If I could get the parry off at the start, it would go so much better. Maybe I don't need to say that, but it's true. It is getting to the point where I might I might try the damn parry cheese strat some more. I don't even know if I've done it since you showed up, Vencia, but I was doing a double parry to start the fight for a little bit. And then I started glancing. I'm glancing. That's not true. I did not glance. You absolved me from the parry cheese. Thank you. for your pardoning. I assume you got that power after marrying Oswald. See, the first step of doing the parry cheese is you gotta parry him. That's kind of the key that I'm missing here. Okay. That said, yesterday I did not parry at all, so getting any is a little tiny bit of progress. He pardons for killing NPCs, a pardon for cheese strats. I gotcha. Okay. No! Delayed. Holy. Okay, actually got away with it. Why didn't he stagger? Okay. It seems like his invisible stagger bar depletes very quickly. Because that was 3 R2s in a row and he did not stagger. Whereas if I just get 2 R1s with the two-hander, 2 two-hand R1s will stagger him. I don't know why I phrased it like that. So I'm like trying for it. But it's not happening. It must be because he staggers so easily that this invisible staggerometer is actually rather tiny, so he does deplete it pretty quickly. It would be pretty sick to see those, to see like the numbers there. Or straight up have a bar like in Sekiro. But that's too much intel. My stagger meter depletes quickly as well. I'll be testing my stagger meter via some alcoholic beverages tonight. I'll be celebrating the win that I'm gonna have right here, right now. And free myself from this undead curse that I've laid upon myself. Alright, run it back. We get the parry. We win the money. There we go. Too early. Unfortunate. That's never gonna work. I don't know why I keep trying for that. I hate that attack. Why is it so quick? I just did the thing that it said it's never gonna work. That was very silly, but it worked. I shouldn't have went for the third, maybe. I don't know, I saw the stagger. God damn it. I tried to walk up in melee range to entice him to do the grab, because the grab's the only time I feel like I can get away with a heal. Yeah, it is definitely very close. It would have been even closer if I got the second parry off. Unfortunately, I just don't know the timing yet on actually doing the parry cheese. People say you just walk behind him, drink your OJ, and then press L2 and it works, and it does not work like that. Thank you. Thank you, Riley. I need all the belief. It's not going 300, right? Right? The last time I said that, I was saying it was not going 250, so... It's not. Again, I can't get over the fact that I have slain all the DLC bosses so quickly, and then I'm struggling on this Joker. But, again, maybe it's just me not giving him the respect he deserves. I got a little lucky with Manus, I will admit. He only did one dark spell, and it was the easiest one, the one that like rains from above, and I managed to reflect it, and then I just played the fight as normal, basically. But yes, I did feel like I got very lucky on Manus. On Calamite, I only died 9 times, which is crazy. I thought that boss was going to take forever and a half. So that felt amazing. So to go from those two to this, that was part of why my morale dropped so fast yesterday. Okay, parry. 9 attempts, or 9 deaths on Calamite, which is crazy. You have to be here when I soul level 1 Fume Knight. That'd be crazy. I would love that. I actually really do like those fights in Dark Souls 2. I am not soul leveling 1 Dark Souls 2. That is just asking for trouble. I need him to do the grab, man. Okay, I did not learn my lesson. Where I cannot buffer out an R1, it just doesn't work. Do the grab. No? Ah, the lingering hitbox, man. It's getting to the point where I will try for the cheese next time, I think. I don't want to, but clearly I'm struggling enough on this dang nerd. Wait, is this guy walking off the edge? How'd he die? You can walk off this edge? He walked off the edge. Cheez-Its. Yeah, I should free myself from this struggle. I'm obviously getting the timing down on the parry. But it's not perfect enough where it doesn't feel guaranteed. So maybe that helps justify my idea of doing it. And also, it's not going 300, so maybe I should just lock the heck in, brother. I'm excited to not play this video game much longer. It is about time that I move on from this mortal coil, this immortal coil, before I go hollow. 'Cause I'm damn near close. Actually, now that I'm looking at it, I think 296 was the number that I had in the Lies of P DLC. It was something like that. It was real close. Lies of P, also very good video game. Better than this one. Maybe? No. No parry for me. Ah, okay, alright, cool. I'm slowly losing my mind. I don't know why I tried for the second parry there. I don't know why I try. It's okay. It's okay. We got this. This is the one. This is the run. This is the run back. was gonna say, watch me die to that guy. It wouldn't be the first time. Persistence. Yet I persist. I'm gonna spend his souls on leveling resistance. But yeah, as mentioned, I'm gonna do Dark Souls 2 eventually after this, because I think I'm gonna do Metroid Prime 2 next. Because I did Prime 1 earlier. But in Dark Souls 2, I do not want to do Soul Level 1. Are we having fun yet? Hello, Brack. The answer is up to your interpretation. I'm not having fun. I have way better morale than I did yesterday, that's for sure. I just need to kill Slim Shady and then come back and kill Gwyn. That feels bad, man. I don't know if I need to say that. That feels worse. Ah! Come on, man! I need him to do the smaller jump. For some reason, the big jump that he does is not... I'm not, sussing out the timing that I need. Dear Gwyn, I wrote to you, you still ain't calling. Better morale, they say, with weariness. It is... The stream is ticking. An hour and a half in. That's kind of crazy. At this point last stream, I was done with Manus. You just want to say happy 300. Don't you dare, bucko. Because this is the run. Oh my god. Help! Prove me wrong. Brack's at the debate table. Piss comes from the balls. Prove me wrong. You'd be the worst debate table guy. Don't poop your pants. Poop my pants! Someone keeps pooping my pants and I don't know who it is. Once I catch that guy, I'm starting to suspect it's Gwyn. He just keeps placing poop in my pants like he's some damn wizard. Some shitty wizard. See, that's what I'm talking about. That's the small jump. Alright, we're cheesing. I buffered the L2 so much I did it twice. It didn't work. It didn't work! I don't fully understand how the cheese works. I saw it done, and people just say it's easy. Walk behind him, chug the juice, press L2. It ain't that easy, folks. Drinking so much OJ, I'm pooping my pants. Oops. Favorite thing about Soul Level 1 runs is people who've never done it telling you how easy it is. Yeah. This guy is a jerk, it turns out. Like, Pinwheel is a joke of a boss. You can go down there at level 1 and have a good time. The getting down there is not a good time, but the boss fight itself, very doable. This guy is a joke if you're level 100. You died to Pinwheel once. You'll never forget. I died getting to Pinwheel 28 times on this stream. But then once I got there, I locked the heck in, so... He did summon like 10 clones at one point, and I was flabbergasted because I didn't know he could do that. I thought it was only like 3 or 4. Okay. That sucks, but it is what it is. Yep. Oh, I went 300! God damn it! This is your fault, Breck. Happy 300! It's not going 301. I'm a supporter. No, this whole series is your fault. Why did you get in my head that I could play a Soul Level 1 run? What if I just give up right now? End this stream, and then start playing Metroid Prime tomorrow? Don't even acknowledge it. This is the true ending, letting Gwyn be the bonfire kindler. I think we're almost, if not already, at the point where Gwyn is taking me more attempts than literally every boss in the DLC. And that is a sad statement. You couldn't do it with a normal build. Trust me, I was just as shocked as everyone else when I killed Calamite in 9 attempts. Okay, sorry, 10 attempts, 9 deaths, if we're gonna be precise. But yeah. I did feel real good after that. The highs were highs, and the lows are in the abyss. You won't look up my Gwyn count just for you? I mean, I'm curious. That's bad. I hate his regular combos, man. Weapon at risk? Uh-oh. That's bad. That's real bad. Armor at risk? Okay, get me out of here. I have to go repair? Are you kidding me? That's real bad. It's 59, by the way. Alright, cool, cool, cool. Let's go visit Andre, our only friend in this godforsaken world. Oh my god. I'm putting on my clown makeup. I almost hit Andre. That would have been bad. Listen, I don't have time for this. I don't care. Repair all the goods. DLC Deathcount is pretty much everything I've died to in the full run, yeah. It's a bittersweet. stat, I guess. Oh man, that guy had the giant dad build, basically. I wonder if it was on purpose or not. It probably was a bastard sword, though. Don't tell anyone you leveled up dexterity. Okay. Let's get this over with, shall we? We stopped playing around. We're having some fun. The fun times are over. Now it's time to win, you know? Have you considered this? Have you thought about getting good? It is a little concerning that I can't chain a third parry via the cheese. But also, I've only really been practicing it today anyway, so... I really, really do not want to end this stream with this boss still alive. But also, I have other plans. So I'll just win instead. Man, those guys got ups. Okay. Lock in. I don't know why I'm never ready for that quick swipe. I guess the answer is because it's such a quick swipe. Okay, he let me get away with it. Brother. Stop this. Get some help. Ah! I'm gonna lock myself out and check my phone. I'm getting slightly better at, like, at least surviving, but it should be going way better than this. I hate that damn attack. He's got 2 attacks that I hate, and they're a mix-up. He's got the short, quick swipe that'll catch you if you do anything, which, by the way, never attack after an R2. What the hell am I doing? At the very least, when he does the big, long swipe, he can't hit me if I R2 him, because the hitbox is too tall. And I am crouched in the middle of that animation. It seems to be reliable enough. But if I go for an R2 and to an R1, he literally always punishes. Like, he straight up reads your input. So, don't do that, dummy. It was a good attempt. I just need him to go for the grabs more often. I need to figure out what the range is to entice him to do it. I keep trying to step in his face and then he does the damn batter swing. And I'm real sick of seeing that animation. He did it like 4 times in a row. If not more. If only it was an attack I could punish. Hello, Adam. Happy New Year. Happy holidays. Hope you're doing well. Shout out to the Gritty Goose. I think that was... I don't even know what that was. It was a bad attempt is what that was. The worst part is... I got a fart, but you might lose that bet and poop yourself. Who pooped my pants? Yeah, the worst part about this is I don't know... Because I've spent this whole playthrough not parrying, I don't know the timing as to if I'm doing it too early or too late. Again, if he just did the smaller jump attack, it would go such a long way. It probably depends on the distance of which he initiates the jump, which is why the video that I saw had the nerd run in directly. So I kind of need to internalize that a bit more. If you stay on that stairwell, your death count merges with the white walls. It looks like you never died. It's true. I did notice that. Whatever, though. It's not going 304. The highs and lows of a Soul Level 1 run. A lot of lows. You hate yourself quite a bit, but not enough to do a Soul Level 1 run. Yeah. We have a bit of a problem. We being me and Brack. He's struggling. We take that. Why? Nope. Huge. Still not enough. Why is it so laggy, man? Okay. What? Oh, that's some BS, brother. That's some BS! Oh! Why does he have a lingering hitbox? Hello. Welcome back. I'm watching. You did what? Just say to yourself, pling, pling, plonk. Mellow. It's okay, it's not going 305. And then he did it again! That'll be me when I parry him multiple times in a row. The progress is getting a little more minute, but it's still there, so I need to just keep the morale high. I just don't understand why it works sometimes and other times it's so much less guaranteed. This is not guaranteed. But he let me have it anyway. He got me with a counterattack! I'm getting too greedy with the R2s because I know there's a chance he's gonna miss if I do them, but obviously if it hits me mid-animation, it is a more powerful attack. Yeah, the timing is way... It's too variable because people just say walk behind him, but that's the variance. Like, you can say that all you like, but unless you can... Like, you have to count out the steps or something, I don't know. At this point, I am going to go for as many of them in a row as I can, because I'm real sick of this. If he didn't have the lingering stab, it would be one thing. But he's got like 3 different attacks that are devious. There's another vagrant! This is the 4th vagrant in this run now, which is more than I've ever seen in my life playing this game. I want to go for it, but there's no reason. I almost died right there. I felt really good about that second parry attempt too, because like I recognized he was doing the slow swipe, so I was like, okay, this is gonna work, and then it didn't. And then it didn't. It's not gonna work. What the? God damn it! It's the stab, man. He just pulled out that stab out of nowhere. That's what I mean, though. Like, what did I do different? What did I do different? I cannot tell you. Let me in. Let me out. Free me from this misery. Imminent death. Nah. Imminent victory. Wearing your Abolish Ice shirt. I mean, I would hope you'd be able to say that on Twitch. I did loosen up the auto mod rules yet again. I should have mentioned that to Vencia. I don't know if she's still here because she was saying it's getting quite late. Releasing the reins from Twitch chat, giving Brack more work. It's not you I'm worried about. Scary. Again? I'll be honest, I don't even know what caused that. You asshole. I knew it! Oh, god damn it! So damn close. If he did any attack but that stab, I would have got away with the roll. Have I mentioned, I don't like that stab attack. No, yeah, I knew healing was not the play at that moment. I need to pay better attention to how much damage an R2 does, just in case if I want to try to go for the sneaky final hit. But also I need to internalize not to go for combos. I need to only go for the one hit. And then get out of there. I wish he did a grab. He did one, for sure. We're getting real close. I feel the adrenaline pumping. I was jumping on my spot in rage after that last death there. We're so close I can taste it. It tastes like burnt ash. That's bad. That's fine. But yeah, there's definitely a point in that I shouldn't be going for heals. And just try to finish the fight. Because the majority of the time, heals is not the play. Speaking of. Oh my god. I'm falling apart! I'm falling apart, Lisa! Oh no. Oh no. It's okay, this is the run. Deep breathing. He's making me work for it. Sucks that he did the small jump and I missed the parry. I can't even blame the big jump. It's okay, we're gonna go for an attempt. From an attempt where I did literally 0 damage to a victory right here. That's how that works. I need to finish this today because tomorrow I'm gonna be hungover. I can already tell, so... Because I'm an old man who has 2 beers and then is hungover after, even if I drink plenty of water. I do not want to be doing this tomorrow while hungover, is what I'm getting at. Speaking of, if I stream tomorrow, it'll be later, almost certainly. God damn it! I hit it twice. I was so mad I hit it twice. Speaking of, I should lock in so I don't have to stream this tomorrow. Streaming is the perfect cure for a hangover. Doubt that. Be sure to hydrate. Just thinking about all my life decisions that leads to this point. I need to adjust my mic. It's causing me to misspeak. You might argue I should just turn that off. But now I need it. Now I'll feel lonely without my voice repeated back at me. Ugh. It's okay. The stream's gonna end in 5 minutes because I'm about to win. Can't help but notice he did a quick turnaround there. Why do I try for that? I'm not learning the lessons I need to be learning here. Going for the heal is just getting me killed repeatedly. And I'm trying to suss out, like, why he does a quick turnaround sometimes, and other times he, like, has to take a step. Maybe I was too close to his hitbox there. But I'll be honest, I thought me getting close to his hitbox was the strat. Because it seems to be the way for me to reproduce the second parry. There's just a little too much variance, and I don't understand what or why, I guess. I just need to enter the contra code properly. Up, up, down, down. Makes me yearn for the days of Liza P where I could actually do a combo and like reproduce it. For some reason, because I can't reproduce it. That's the issue here. And I can't do a combo, period, versus this guy. Literally hit and run tactics. At some point I should also just, like, as mentioned, commit to not healing. Because the heals are just getting me into trouble. When you said it wasn't going 3-5, it's because it's going higher. Yeah, I guess so, eh? That's how that goes. It's going 3-11. Wait, no, don't say that. He did the quick swipe there. Yeah, that was stupid. Big miss. Again, we're getting close, but not close enough. I did not want this to be a 2-hour stream. I am falling apart a little bit. It's like a film. One of those tragedy films, right? A disaster flick. No. This is where we triumph over adversity. It would have been so funny if I died right there. Really sucks that he went for the quick swipe after the second parry there. Again, if I could just reproduce that that combo, it would be sick, but that's asking too much, I guess. It also would be sick if he stopped going for the stabs. I am real sick of seeing the stabs. Oh, hello, Nettie. Thank you for the raid. Hope you had a good stream. Were you still playing Dispatch? Did you finish Dispatch? Yeah, you could say I'm looking to finish up Dark Souls 1. It'd be sick if I could do that, because I'm pretty sick of it. Thank you, Brack, for the shout out. Big ups. You're doing date everything today? Nice. What'd you think of Dispatch? I'm sure you enjoyed it. Why am I doing this? Why am I doing this? He did the stab. He did the stab. I rolled backwards and he did the stab. I'm glad you really enjoyed it. It is a good game for sure. I need to get back to it. I did see you play Dispatch with nudity on. I wasn't sure that was, like, advisable on Twitch. Considering there's a green dong within the first 15 minutes of that game. I guess it's not the focus of the stream, so therefore you can get away with it. You did not know what you're getting yourself into? Yeah. 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 Just like me, when I thought I would be done with Gwyn in 10 attempts or so. I did not know what I was getting myself into. I feel real bad because I have plans for after this, and this is going longer than I want. You thought it might show some boob, and yep. No. There's more than boob. Pling pling plong. Unfortunate, bad partial parry. Oh, okay. Oh my god, not okay. What? Whoa, he did the stab 3 times in a row. Listen, I'll take the 50-50 swipes any day of the week. I am so sick of seeing that stab. It's actually, like, breaking me. Why does it have a lingering hitbox? Why does it do so much damage? Why did I not get the parry off? 56 minutes to midnight. Nice. I'm assuming you don't have any real plans. Are you going to be partaking in a adult beverage? I also don't, you know, I have plans, but not like to go out or anything. Some champagne with the parents, dad's lighting fireworks. Nice. I do appreciate a low-key holiday. I've done enough partying in my day. Not exactly missing it. Definitely do not miss the hangovers. Too early. Oh my. I started trying to dodge left or right because I was so sick of the stabs, and then he caught me on both of them. How did Manus and the Dragon end up going? Way better than this! So much so that this is hurting me. The fact that I've spent more attempts on this guy than everything else in the DLC combined at this point. That's how well those fights went. Manus I killed within, or I died 22 times. And Calamite I only died 9 times. So I'm kind of like rubbing salt in the wound every time I'm repeating those numbers at this point, because I have now died to this guy over 50 times, guaranteed. Probably closer to 70. So, yeah, that's how things are going right now. Morale a little low. To the point where even if I don't get this going, I might end the stream soon. Just so I can do other things with my life. And then I'll never boot up Dark Souls 1 again. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. We are making like small progress today, but sick of this run back. Sick of him stabbing me repeatedly. Talk too much smack. Everyone says this is one of the easiest bosses in the game. I'm here to prove them wrong. But yeah, safe to say I got lucky versus Manus, because he only did one magical spell. And Calamite I just locked in. I don't know what else to say about that one. I will say I watched Brack enough that I think it helped. Because I remembered some of the tactics versus some of the attacks that Calamite does. Get me out of here. Oh my god, we're done. We're done. We're out of here. Holy shit. I am so happy. I've never been more relieved. I don't know why, but I feel so much better now than I did finishing Liza P. The choke almost happened. Yes, I did see that. That said, it was an intentional choke because I know these R2s I can get away with doing because half of his attacks don't hit me. So I just got a little lucky, that's for sure. I ended on Pi 3.14. Wowie. Yeah, it's kind of crazy that I think I feel better now than I did ending Liza P. Like, and it's nowhere near as earned because I definitely died so much more versus the final boss in Liza P. But I guess because the run back was so quick, it didn't feel as bad. This felt pretty bad. But I am excited. I am happy to have this over with. I am pleased to walk the heck away. I guess they despawn the Black Knights here, eh? But yes, I will be walking away from the fire. I will not be taking over Gwyn's job. I'm free to do as I may.
My lord, bless thy safe return.
Oh my god. 3.14!
Serve your highness. We are here to serve your highness.
Yeah, you just said that. Listen, I'm not even going to watch the credits. I want to end this stream. I am relieved, to say the least. I guess tomorrow I will start Metroid Prime 2, is the plan. Hopefully that won't take too long. It is definitely more linear than Prime 1 was, so... And it'll probably be a later stream, just because I know I'm going to wake up hungover, so... Oh, I guess I only got the one achievement for the Dark Lord ending. There's no achievement for killing Gwyn, which makes sense. But yes, I'm skipping these credits. I am waking up in prison yet again, and I am logging the heck out. Thank you so much for watching, folks. Thanks for the support today. It was a good stream, despite the doldrums, despite the pain that I had inflicted upon myself. I am ecstatic to be done. Do I know anyone who streams? Kiki is streaming, so I'm gonna go raid Kiki. She's playing Sea of Thieves, and she's good people. So yes, happy 2026, everyone. Happy holidays. Thanks for sticking around. I'm gonna be streaming more in the future for sure. I am enjoying streaming more than I am doing YouTube stuff nowadays, so it just kind of makes sense. And yeah, the plan again, tomorrow I will stream Metroid Prime 2. Hopefully I will have a better time than this past stream. I'm sure it will be fine. But yes, I'm gonna hit this button now. Raid my friend Kiki. Again, thanks for watching, folks. I hope you have happy holidays and a wonderful 2026 to come. Oh, that number sounds so fake. All right. Goodbye. Thank you again. Bye-bye.